Hello and welcome to video number 1 of a series. I'm working with a team of 2 other really cool people right now, Sid Bailey and Jenny Sharp. We are researching basically dating during the coronavirus. So, I mean, we all know this is a really tough time for everyone right now. Everyone is going through a different experience, and I wanted to, and we wanted to kind of take control of that and kind of put ourselves in a position where we're being helpful. And so it was kind of presented to me, actually. I think Sid and Jenny got together before, and we thought it would be really interesting to interview groups of people, millennials, technologically savvy millennials, singles, and just get to know how has their emotions changed, how has, their environment changed, are they using dating apps more now or less because of the current state. So we were able to interview 10 individuals, a good mix of male and female, and kind of got really good feedback. And I'll kind of show you the process we went into. Brainstorming. We threw all the notes from these interviews into Mural, which is a really good brainstorming website that you can use. It's mural.com, and it's basically whiteboarding virtually, which is really great for us to use. So we each used sticky notes, different colors for each person we interviewed, and threw all of the main ideas onto the board. Once we were done with that, we were able to sort through and kind of see what was similar, what was different that we found, and we split everything into categories that can go from age to whether they're working from home, but basically got a lot of good feedback and main ideas from these guys. So after we got everything onto the board, we sorted everything out, we created an as-is scenario map. So the way you set that up, you have 4 rows, and it's phases. What are the phases of this person's life? It's kind of like a journey map if you think about it. But what are they doing? What are they thinking? And what is that person feeling? Now we're doing all of this not just to split up main ideas and combine main ideas, but we're doing this to really set a target audience for ourselves, really set a persona that we want to base the rest of our findings, research, ideation off of. So we had 10 interviews with males and females, and we kind of, as you can see on the board, it's a lot of brainstorming, but we circled like the main ideas. So our persona is kind of this little situation right here. We're thinking 27-year-old female, she's working from home, that's what we found pretty consistent in a lot of our interviewees. Lives with a roommate, cycles through multiple dating apps, but most recently using Hinge. She's feeling isolated, she's intermittently worried and lonely from social distancing due to the coronavirus. So she's kind of feeling uncertain, conflicted about prospect of dating and finding a spark during social distancing, but still wants to talk to people because this is all new for everyone. And although things don't look promising, she gets bored and it's better just not talking to anyone. Still wants to expand her pool, so we have this little quote we pulled here. We'll emerge from this eventually, right? So she has like her ups and downs with things. She's like excited, she gets kind of bored, kind of bummed, and she just all over doesn't know how to feel at the end of things.
There was a lot of, we did a really big exercise of the doing, thinking, feeling kind of, and then we went through the entire process of like when it starts, what feeling you're like eliciting or how you're feeling before you even start to kind of pick up that app, all the way until, I've made the connection, now what?
So once we were done with those two kind of brainstorming sessions, we were able to take those main ideas and kind of create it into what our persona is and what his or her journey would be. So it was a really, really fun session. We had a lot of talking back and forth, which was really great. We learned we could talk to each other, which is fantastic in a team. But then we decided to do another activity. So you'll notice that, or maybe you won't, but a lot of the activities we're doing are based on this little book right here. This is the IBM Design Thinking Field Guide. I got this from a tour to the IBM design studios here in Austin, and it was really neat experience. We got to go through the labs and got to see kind of how people's offices are set up, how the team working was, how the culture and environment was, and it was really fun. I got to go with my school at the time, Flatiron School, and they gave us these little Bibles, if you will, over design thinking. So I really recommend this, but there's also a website you can go to that I'll link, which shows you some really fun activities. If you're thinking about doing a project or you're in the process of a project and you feel stuck, these are some really good activities to go to. So we did a hills activity, which was really fun. I had never heard of hills before we got started, and the way a hills activity works is you set it up by, again, we used mural.com. You go in sections of who, what, and wow. So we wrote these 3 rows out on a mural, and I'll kind of show you guys a little bit of how we brainstormed that right now. And then once that was done, we kind of tried to start forming a problem statement. And basically, that is something that we can look back at. We know we're solving for this person, for what reason, and why. When we start our ideation process, we can look back at this statement and really know that we are focusing on what we decided to focus on in the beginning. After all of this brainstorming and all of this collaboration from us, we decided to, stick to our persona. Her name's Jordan. And I'll show you kind of the process of building that persona, that visual board that we can look back on. I really, really appreciate my teammates and being added onto this project because I'm having a lot of fun and I know they are too. So next week maybe I'll show you what kind of processes we go through next. We're going to start ideation, lo-fi wireframes, and kind of maybe jump into usability testing. So I'll keep journaling all of that and maybe I can show you guys what happens next. But until then, thanks for stopping by. I hope if you made it through this video, I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, reach out to me. And I'm signing off for now. Or Jordan. Cameron or Jordan?
Oh, I like Jordan. I like Jordan. I like Jordan a lot.
Cool.
Jordan. Okay.